Good evening and welcome to the first experiment of the Mobile Application Development Lab. Okay, today we have metric converter as the first experiment, and now we are going to do the advanced app. It says perform metric conversion based on the choice preferred by the user and use radio button for the single selection. Now I've coded it in my Android Studio. Okay, so in the Android Studio we have the metric conversion app. Okay, so I'm going to explain this starting from the activity main. Okay, as we all know, the activity main is basically the layout of the application, so it's the design of the application. So as you can see here, I have a linear layout. I have an edit text for getting the input. Okay, and then I have text view that displays the output. Okay, and then notice according to the question, it says use radio buttons for the single selection. Here I have radio buttons. I have a radio group. Sorry, I have a radio group, and then in my radio group I have 4 radio buttons, and then I have a final button which is submit. Okay, so the design is something like this. Okay, so this is edit text, this is a text view, these are the radio buttons that are in one group, and this is the submit button. Okay, now this is for these radio buttons enable me to make a choice. Okay, so now I'm going to explain the main code. Okay, so the Java code, you import the important packages. Okay, and then you define your XML components, your UI components, such as edit text. We have text1, then we have text view, text and text2. Okay, then we have a string, a float value, that's a double float, a double value, another string. Okay, then protected void on create, super on create. Then you set your content views. Your content view usually set to your activity main.xml. Okay, and then you find your UI components. Okay, with their ID. Okay, so this text1 finds the first edit text, this finds the text view, and this finds the other text view. Okay, as you can see, each of these components, like edit text, they have their edit text1, okay, text view 2. So these IDs are here, and they are given to these variables. Okay, so these have enabled me get those UI components in my Java code. Okay, now this next thing we do is to pass our float value, our double value. Okay, so this function enables us to pass our float value, because in the edit text is given as a string. Okay, my input is just a string. So when my input is given as a string, this function passes the string and converts it to a double value, or as a float value. Okay, so that's what is basically here. Okay, so this first line says that if string number is not equal to null and string number length is greater than 0, that means if the input is not null. Okay, if there's an input, okay, then using your try catch, you pass the string number into double. Okay, and then when you have converted my input string into double, okay, then we have a radio button click listener. Okay, so on radio button click, this is an event handler for the radio button. Okay, so when you click a radio button, it gets the input of the radio button. Okay, and then sends it to this function, that's num is equal to pass double, where it's converted to a floating number. Okay, or a double value. Okay, and then boolean checked radio button view dot is checked. It checks the radio button that is particularly checked. Okay, whether is this or this. Okay, so now there are cases. Okay, if the radio 1 using their IDs, I identify each of the radio buttons. Okay, using the IDs, because then all in one group, so using the IDs, I identify each of the radio buttons. So if radio 1 is checked, it does a particular particular expression or particular evaluation. Okay, if radio 2 is checked, it does the same thing. Radio 3, radio 4. Okay, and then when a submit button is clicked, it sets the result to the text view. Okay, so when we run this program, okay, we have our API, so let's see whether we can get output. Okay, so now we have this, so let's say 50 meters to feet. Okay, submit. So this is 164 feet. Okay, let's say pounds to kilograms. Okay, so let's convert 20 pounds to 20 kilograms. Okay, that's 22.6796 kilograms. So that's basically how this app works. It works in every sense. You select your conversion choice, and it converts the value to the expected value. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining. Peace.